Okay, hello. This is part 2, and yeah, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. We last time left off, we had just finished expert difficulty for both bass and guitar. Today we're going to run into reductions and all the fun aspects of it, and by fun aspects I mean terrible soul-crushing ones, such as fighting with MAGMA and fighting with DTA files as to how you build this thing. So yeah, fun times. First of all, this looks... Let's play it really quickly. Again, quick quality check before everything else, before we start doing anything. Fine. Okay, problem. This is fret hand is set to 10, and this is set to 9. I don't know how I didn't catch that last time, but we can easily fix this. Either you can set a fret hand position, and honestly, I would do that as well. But you can set it to like fret hand position 9 here, and then just set it to 1 over here, but it's all good. Let's go. Nights at night, we got the truck going downtown to beat up drunks. Nice tempo mapping harmonics. They actually got it wrong here. You can hear it go off sync. But I think this is like Rock Band 1 era stuff. Go check this. Big issue on that one. Hold on. Good. This is a 3 here, and this fret hand position marker is like in between the 3. It needs to be on the first 3. In fact, I would put it here if it were to me. And I would also put this like right here instead. I was looking at the project earlier, funny enough. It's still open. No, it's closed at this point. Because it has a lot of plugins loaded up into it. Wait. Wait, there's a problem here? We're doing a little recording on the tutorial right now. I'm not really playing the game. Wait, hold on. This is still in 1. Okay, we're good. It is probably on this game, though. There's a lot of customs for this game, like a shocking amount. Looks fine. Okay. We'll start with the bass, or sorry, with the guitar. Might as well. So because we're gonna switch to everything, as we're gonna do all the difficulties, we're gonna switch this over to RB Pro Guitar Bass, not the expert one. The expert one only shows expert difficulties in the chords. This shows everything, including hard and everything else. There it is. So I'm going to do the smart thing and efficient thing and select everything here. I'm holding down Shift and right-clicking everything. And now from there, I just use Control and drag down like that. And now we're on hard. So because we're now on a different difficulty, we need to also switch to C3 per guitar to MIDI thing. It needs to be on easy or on hard. And whenever we move to medium, move it to medium and easy, so forth. So yeah, this, I don't know if I went too in depth with this one, but this is where you tune your instrument as well, like your preview instrument. If you switch this to bass, it'll switch everything that's playing back an octave down, which is nice. Although personally, I always keep it on guitar because it's a bit harder to pick up pitches when they're too low. They kind of start blending all together down there. So I usually keep it on guitar, even for basses. So yeah. Hard reductions, nothing too crazy about them. Main thing is making sure you have plenty of space between notes. We have guidelines, of course, in RB3 or an RB Plus channel pinned about how to do this, but this stays as is. So does this stay? Yeah. I usually kill mutes on hard, unless they're like real easy to hit. So I would also do this just because I know it's an easy riff, but still, like, I might also want to copy paste a lot on this because this is going to be a lot of work. Let me turn the bass off and just listen to this and turn the original bass on. Oh, I accidentally pressed home. Given that the song does repeat, though, I would not be entirely opposed against copy pasting. I don't think it'll change too much either way. Like, this is the same phrase. I keep pressing home and page up. Okay. This repeats, so again, I'm just going to copy and paste from over here. This is just the same thing over and over again, so I'll copy and paste a short phrase, but yeah, we should be fine with that, so I might do this. Let's see. I kind of want to. Okay, so the thing about reductions is that sometimes you have to change where notes hit. But maybe? Okay, see, the thing about reductions is that the rules for them are not very consistent all the time. Sometimes they move notes, sometimes they don't move notes, sometimes they alter chords, sometimes they don't. It's really like one of those things where you have to really think about the song and how it would sound like if you reduced it. I think shifting this 5 over to 7, because this is your expert chart. The expert chart is always a 1-to-1 recreation of what you're actually going to be playing. If you were to read this chart and play it on your guitar, it would sound exactly like the original song. Hard is you get a simpler version, but you should still be able to play it and it should sound very close to what it sounds like. So yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Should I just do a triplet maybe? But it's gonna sound if there's no note there. So you see now because there's no note there. I don't know if yeah, let's not do that. I was gonna modify the rhythm entirely, and that's not. You don't do that. Yeah, don't. If it comes to like reductions, don't modify rhythm. That's like the one thing. As in, don't modify when the notes come in like that. Like, if there's no note in between this, don't put a note in between it. I've made that mistake before. Don't do that. That is like the one big no-no. Might just remove that one there, like this. Every now and then, you will actually have to do this though. You see how like this note over here, this 7 slides into a 9? Well, one of the things I do in this instance is I would call the 9 the target note. Let's call it the target note, right? Because in the instance of this, you're sliding from it. Every now and then you'll have HoPos as well up to this note. Like you'll have a hammer on from 7 to 9, or a pull off from like 9 to 7, that sort of thing. I will usually do something along the lines of this, like that. So in this instance, because I did delete this, what I will do is copy these down again, like this, and just do that. That is like one of the ways to handle this sort of thing. I think it's like a bit of a better way. Except in this instance, because this is actually like connected. it's always really fun hearing like the reductions because it's you basically are killing the song, and by the time you get to easy, there's like barely anything left of the song. Dun, dun. Oh, I forgot, there's an error there. It's really funny. It's a hint of its former self. It's actually really cool to see how Harmonix does it. There's like some good examples if you like play the game on autoplay. But yeah, this I don't remember what the entire like there was like a GDC talk about how they handled reductions and like which is supposed to be what. I think on Medium they said like an experienced guitarist should be able to sight read Medium with no issue, for example. And of course, Expert's whole shtick was like, this is just basically the song one-to-one. We're almost done, by the way. And the reason why I'm doing this differently than the other ones, I think the other ones I was basically locked on the grid like every quarter note or so. Reason is because, well, this part does change like emphasis on where you're hitting, since the notes are kind of changing in a bit of a syncopated way, so you want to kind of keep that as much as possible. You really want to keep like the personality of the song still. Like accents, that sort of thing. But here's where it changes. I mean, I can keep that in. this is where I actually, I don't even know, man. Mostly because, like, no one's gonna be playing this chart. This chart just doesn't exist for most people, because that's when the big rock ending kicks in. Let's hear it again. Wait, there's like a double note there. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. I think this is fine. Looks like I actually kept this hard. I'm just noticing all the ghost notes on that snare, like, Jesus. What was the drummer's name? DH Peligro or something like that? Dude, he was fucking amazing at drums. Dude is going ham on that snare. This is weird. Okay, I think hard is fine. Let's move down. We're now down to our good old friend medium, which is, in my opinion, and arguably the hardest difficulty to nail down. Why? Because the rules are really weird for this one. And I mean, weird. Number one thing is, weird chords like these? Nuh-uh, this doesn't work. You gotta reduce them down. And in this instance, I'm gonna do this. Why? You cannot have, unless it's an open chord, you cannot have anything else besides just 2 fingers down for any chord at all. This is a dramatically reduced version of what you will actually play. So, yes, fun times. This can stay though. I might actually reduce it down to here. Maybe. Other fun part, but I'll get to that when we get to it. The stains have to be reduced in length. Leave it alone, honestly. I already like this song, actually, now that I think about it. It's nice and fun. I guess that's kind of an unwritten rule. Chart things you want to chart, and it won't feel like too much of a hassle, because you like the song. Doing a little offbeat shift there, just to include more of the song. That's the thing I really like. Just the rhythm section in Dead Kennedy stuff is always really, really, really good. believe it or not, this would remain. This would be a chord, a valid chord to keep here, which is really funny. Because why? Because now we have the G involved. I like that that's just a thing. It's so weird. Like, medium is such a weird difficulty. It is the hardest difficult. I think with this song it's fine because it's very repetitive and it's not a lot of stuff going on with it. But yeah, about that thing I mentioned earlier, reductions for medium and subsequently for easy have to have sustains reduced. Why? That's the rule, because the player needs to have more time to move from finger position to finger position. I will usually highlight all the sustains and just manually reduce them. Because yes, I may be lazy sometimes, and just increase the grid size so you can have more control and just... I think that's still not enough, but let's see what's currently stopping us from reducing further. These little chords up here. I think it needs to be reduced a lot further with some of these notes, just enough. Like, I think this could be put right here. It should be fine. Maybe here. Like right there. Increase this back up. Okay, this is going to be a weird one. This gets set back to as it is, because there's no note after this that's like for a while. I think medium is fine after that. We'd have to see it. It's always a good idea to just test everything in the game afterwards. But yeah, I'll move on to the next one. My favorite one. Everyone's favorite one. Easy. What's wrong with easy? One note a measure. Usually one note a measure. No chords whatsoever. You absolutely cannot have or use any chords. Those are just gone. Don't even think about it. I'm not even kidding. There's no chords. So this is, at this point, the song has been thoroughly destroyed. This is meant for people that have never used an instrument and have never read anything, like any rhythm game tablature, etc. So. Just do this. I'm gonna leave it as this. What tempo is it? Okay, no, I can't do that. The tempo of this song is too high to actually leave it at half notes. We gotta do the same thing with bass too, by the way. this further, honestly. Okay, that's that one. Let's do bass now. Oh boy. The good thing is that like bass isn't too bad, I think. Bass typically stays at one position the whole song, more or less. Nothing too crazy. It's good. Let's go ahead and move this down. What string is this? I'd love to be able to tell, but Reaper doesn't want to show me. Show note names next to notes. Show me the note names next to the notes. It's like they're getting cut off for some reason. Okay, we're on E. I had a feeling we were on E. I just wanted to make sure. Let's turn on bass, turn off the bass track, and turn on guitar track, since we can now just get rid of that. Same thing with the, except, you know, let's turn it down to hard. Whoa, what just happened there? Hold on. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding. Is there no notes in between there? Oh, there isn't. Okay, interesting. Ding, 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 ding. porque estas son reducciones. These are reductions. Lord Link is asking why I'm taking notes out, but yeah, these are reductions, so they have to keep the idea of the song, but expert is perfect. It's what you would play. Hard is just simplified. And again, this is the same, so doot, doot. Looks the same over here as well. Ah, sí, no, sí, entiendo, entiendo. Hay muchos acentos para tomar en cuenta. Oh, ugh. Ten, ten, ten. Ten, 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 ten. Okay. Okay. How much is it with hard? There it is. Onward to medium. One thing, I didn't bring this up before, but it's something to keep in mind, and it's very strange as well. Every now and then, whenever you're charting things, and I'm not sure like which way this happens, but it seems to be an occurrence where every now and then someone will place a note down and it won't have an off note. Control F2. Bring this up. Please always set this to 0. If you don't set this to 0 and just leave it at blank like this, well, it doesn't do it now. Nice. If you don't set this to 0, what'll it even Reaper even doesn't let you set it to anything but that. But yeah, if you set it to nothing, what'll happen is the game will just outright Reaper will outright keep sustaining every single note, and you'll make life very difficult for whoever's reviewing it because it's going to sound awful. Well, it's not really that difficult. Just Control F2 and set that velocity to 0 and you're fine. But just do it already preemptively. Might as well. Nothing crazy about it. Just, I don't know what causes it because Reaper has protections for it, and I've seen it happen now and then. Even my charts have had it happen before. I don't know what causes it. I just know that every now and then it will have an issue with that, and it's very weird. Onward to medium. I've had the thought of perhaps keeping the offbeat notes only earlier when I was doing reductions on a guitar, but I think the fundamental note of this, like the main note that sticks out to me, would be the open E. And it also lands on the snare hit and the kick drum hits. So I don't think the little upbeat, the little, on the upbeats would be a better reduction style. Medium bass is really, really easy though, like Jesus. I could even copy paste this, but we'll just gotta get the foundation going first. What's over here? Because I might actually just put this down here. Let me make sure the bass is actually that, because that's kind of now making me a bit nervous. Should be. Ah! Caught you. I 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 was so close to leaving that in too. I was so close to leaving that in. Let me check guitar. Guitar's fine. I was scared for a second there. medium's done. And then the final frontier. It is going to be easy. And then we are done with this upgrade, and we can move on to the bit that is the data aspect of things, which is always fun to deal with. Okay, the only slide note here is that one, which means it's fine. All right. I might redo this reduction right here, actually. What's this? Din, 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 din. I was thinking of doing din, 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 but nah, it's fine. I guess the good thing about this upgrade project, RB Plus in general, like RB3 Plus, RB4 Plus, whichever one, these are like peer reviewed. So if anyone has like any sort of complaints, even not even now, like down the future, even someone will get into the chart and be like, "Why is this charted like this?" They can just, you know, either tell the charter to fix it, or they can fix it themselves and make a pull request, and it's all good. It's pretty nice, because I'm not always right, and others are also not always right. Sometimes it requires multiple perspectives to really get something in correctly, and what's correct can depend and change over time, so yeah. To it. Oh, that slipped my brain, my tiny little pea-sized brain. Okay, the good thing is that there is nothing else here to sustain, so we just can reduce this down, and that's basically it. How much does it reduce down on this? Actually, did I even reduce it down over here on medium? I did not. Okay, I think that's it. That is actually it. I'm pretty sure. Right. So we are now at this point where it is the end of the charting process. Just kidding. It's never the end of a charting process. But we're at the point where we can now export this. So main things: mute any MIDI track that is not in use. Audio tracks don't matter. We're exporting a MIDI. So just mute any MIDI that's not being used or that's not going to be used. You cannot have anything that's not part real bass, part real guitar, or the 22 equivalents at any of the upgrade MIDIs. The upgrade MIDI system just expects these two. If you have more than this, you're not going to have a fun time. I can assure you of that. So we will now export this. As you can see, I'm exporting things into my directory for my emulator, which if you're on emulator and you're based, it would be in the RB3 user dir, and there's a folder you have to make called HMX0756, which I think is still alive DLC folder. Everyone has that DLC. It was free as well. Songs _ upgrades, and then you want to save this. We usually do it with the little naming scheme, which is just police truck _ plus. So title _ plus. You want the short name of the song. That's like the big thing. Set it to all, I think. Should be fine. So, you think you're done. No, it's not just this. Because now you need to make an upgrades.dta file. And this is when things can get a bit dicey, because you're going to have to get the ID of a song. Now, I'm going to just quickly yoink a DTA file from someone else right now. You're going to yoink this one. It's already here. I just have to view the raw file. Let's go ahead and download this file. Copy it over here. It's S2 because I already have a lot of upgrades.dta. We're going to open this file, and this is very important. We need to find the short name and the ID of the song. So this is set to animal I have become. Obviously, it's not in drop deer or whatever the fuck anything. You want your credits. I'm going to set Hugh to be my... Hugh's going to be my QC, even though he hasn't quality checked this. But yeah, I'll set it to him. Why not? Why not? You know, I always have it just there as like a little thing. But yeah, you want to find this, and you want to also change this. So for this specific instance, police truck. Ignore that other plus. There it is. ID. This is the part that's kind of tricky for some people. You need to find an ID. Right? RBHP is usually where I get it from. You don't always have to get it from RBHP. There's an upgrades for on disk in RB3 file, which I always lose. Just like you've lost the game. But let's see. Police truck. Does it come up? Yes, it comes up. Nice. So the short name is police truck. Simple as that. So just copy police truck. And the song ID is here. So just copy the song ID in. There it is. And now we get difficulty slider, which is, this is going to give you difficulty for the song and how many dots it'll show up as, like that's devil tier, etc. I think this song isn't too hard. It is fast, so I'm going to stash it somewhere in 285 range. Might as well. Real guitar is real guitar, obviously real bass is the bass track. For the bass, I think it's also one of those, like, it's not hard of a song, it's just really, really fast. It's really, really fast, and that's like the big one. So I'm gonna just put here RKQC quality check. Yeah, there it is. So if this is strictly now the upgrades.dta file for this, here's the fun part. Nautilus is going to get used again. Might be wondering why you need to have Nautilus open up again. Since you're using this folder specifically, you need to encrypt this MP3, or sorry, this MID file. How do you encrypt the MID file? Drag and drop it into the PS3 converter. So again, Nautilus, PS3 converter, drag and drop your MIDI in, and actually, I'm missing a step. Ignore me. I'm dumb sometimes. My bad. Here's what you need to do. First, let's say you have your little plus MIDI file here, right? There's probably an easier way to do this now. At some point, I'm pretty sure there is, in fact, but I'm still kind of old school about this. You need to download a script called merge.py, which is pinned in there, and then you need to download the police truck, or from your con file. You should have the original MIDI, right? The thing about that is, in this particular song, and this is funny. Yeah, here's the actual MIDI. This is the original MIDI of the thing. I'm going to type in F4 CMD and then type in Pi for Python. By the way, you need to install Python, which is already again outlined in the whole steps on how to do this. Police truck.mid. That's the original MIDI, and you're going to merge it with police truck plus.mid, right? And then we're going to open up MAGMA. Yes, you need MAGMA as well. Some things never die out, and this program's like a cockroach. You will have to use it at some point. Drag the merge mid and test it and see what comes up. See, we have invalid notes. What does this mean? That means that notes here are not right. So we have, again, only on real bass, apparently. As you can see the numbers here, these numbers pertain to notes. Read up here, this little number here is a note name. So note 79 has an invalid velocity. I don't know why this is considered invalid, but I'm going to go ahead and reduce it down to 96. I think you need it to 96 or 100. There's another one that's this one. In fact, let me double check the Bible really quickly, because I'm pretty sure this has something on it. Must have a fixed note velocity of 100. There it is. See? So just make this 100. You can select both of them and then Control F2 both at the same time. There it is. And then export. I'm going to rename it to police truck mid. Yes, overwrite. Run the command again. And then test it again. Now with this song, it is kind of interesting because this song has some errors, and they're not on my part, they're on Harmonix's part. Harmonix made a really big mistake on this song where they put a big rock ending and it doesn't work correctly. You cannot FC this song on vocals, or you cannot get the big rock ending at least on vocals. And it's really funny that this happened, but this issue hasn't been fixed. Not even in RB4. It'll probably show up here in a second. MIDI notes, those are fine. So here they are. Part vocals occurs after coda. This is the harmonics error I was talking about. These notes right here are going to be, I think, either left-hand position or they're going to be left head-for-head mode stuff. So don't worry about this. You want to worry about this right here, right? This right here. So let's put these into a notepad file because otherwise we'll forget. As you can see, we have an issue with big rock endings not being aligned, and then this is a famous bug. I think every single charter will run into this at every single time. I run into this every single export I have, and it's nothing crazy. It just means that you have a note set that is too low than your fret hand position, exactly what it says. So this is on note It doesn't matter what note it is, actually. You can just go to it. So right here it says 45 to 120. So at the top, you find 45 right there, right? And then you look at what your head friend position is. There it is right there. Fret hand position's on 7, and I hit a 5, which is illegal. You can't do that. So you need to have a new fret hand position marker here, right there. And then move it down to 5. And we're good. There's other errors though. Interesting one here. So yeah, this is just big rock ending stuff. Everything must end at the same time. And I think this is because I reduced the difficulty sustains, I want to say. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see what happens. If it's not that, it could be an issue with like the left hand or this guitar track is off sync slightly. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is harmonics moment. They did not have the right length applied to this. So, oh man, we got to copy this over. See, like every now and then this will happen and it's just weird. Why does it happen? I don't know. They were smoking something probably. Yeah, the big rock endings we have on our stuff is they're too extended by like a few frames, which is really funny, but yeah, they make mistakes sometimes. So let's just stretch this over here. It's always funny to see that they also make mistakes. But yeah, there it is. And we also have to, you know, reduce these notes. Although we should have to extend it first. Extend this out. Should not have shrunk this one down. I always find harmonics mistakes funny because it's just like, hey, you're not supposed to have that. You guys are supposed to be the ones that know how to do everything correctly. And then Lizzo juiced uncensored happens, and it's like, oh, they're humans just like the rest of us. Only sometimes though. I could probably just go ahead and do this. Right. Police truck. We're gonna have to clean that MIDI though. Let's clean the original MIDI. Where's it at? This one? Alright. Since we're now in data, I'm gonna turn my music on, my BRB music. And yes, again, I stress, you have to use MAGMA. And there it is. Again, these are issues with the game, with the MIDI file as is, so. Hold on, let me close out Nautilus. Doesn't like that. There it is. And let's just open up police truck clean. I'm gonna just rename this. Yeah, this is a weird one. Vocal phrases. See, now we have to fix. You normally won't run into this issue. This is just, again, harmonics moment. They did this. It is they that have caused this issue to happen, and we're not responsible for this. So apparently at 113.3, I don't even know how you would fix this, to to be quite honest with you. Coda occurs after event here. I guess that means the phrase marker extends out too far, so we just have to shrink it back down over here. Maybe. I still find it really funny when they make mistakes like this. But this is early DLC, I'm pretty sure, so it makes sense that, you know, sometimes maybe the tools weren't built up enough at that point in time. Who knows? I genuinely don't know what would be the cause of this. There it is. Okay, this is a perfect MIDI, a source MIDI, and then we merge it again. Boop. And test. And no errors. There it is. Seems this MIDI is in excellent condition. No errors reported by MAGMA compiler. We're good. We're good. So now, like I mentioned earlier, because I went out of order, you open up Nautilus. I'm going to leave all this stuff open just in case. And then you do police_truck.mid. I don't know why I cleaned it. Why did I clean it? You don't need to clean it. You just need to do PS3 converter. And then you need to drag this here. There it is. And boot up the game. Where is my controller? And oop. There we go. It is video game time. Again, it is always advised to check your stuff in the game, namely because of chords. Oh yeah, the game is in Spanish. I should switch it to English, because this tutorial is in English. There it is. But yeah, the game has its own mind when it comes to chords. It has a good logic behind it, but sometimes you want to triple check to make sure they show up correctly, because sometimes they don't. And it is what it is. Like, there's not much you can do about that. Turn on autoplay. We're gonna open up another instrument because we need to have pro bass and pro guitar for this upgrade. Let's do by vocal support and look for police truck. I went too far. There it is. Let's check out expert first, and then we'll check out the reductions. No crashes. We're good. censorship in this song kills me. There's just a stain there, but I don't like how it looks. Dispatch calls, are you doing something with it? No, sorry, Jack, we're just giving tickets a try. Ride, how we ride. And ride, how we ride. And ride, how we ride. Let's ride, And I'll skip difficulties now for the other stuff. I hate that I can't skip the ending cutscenes, but you have to basically quit the game out before this. But yeah, looks fine so far. A couple of sustains that I would decrease, maybe, because they look a bit strange. Let's turn off the emulator noises for a second here. And go back over here to Reaper. Like over here. Oh no, there is a gap. There is a gap. It's fine. Yeah, no, we're good. It's fine. I was overthinking things. There is a gap there. There's not an issue. Let's go ahead and turn game sounds back on. I wish you could do double practice. But okay, let's check out on hard and check it out on both of them. Why not? I never what are you talking about? So again, this is reduced down for lower difficulties. You're still getting most of the song, but there's a couple of extra notes taken out. We're gonna drive one screaming off the street and ride, how we ride. Got a black uniform and it looks like that's undercharted, but it's not. It's because it's a bend, and Pro Guitar actually has notation for that. You don't see it in the game, but it is in the chart file. It does exist. Slides are not connected on the lower difficulty for some reason, but I mean it makes sense because there's a note that's supposed to be there, but it's not there on this difficulty. So it'll stay as is. Ride low. There's an open there that's kind of a bit too long, but I'm not sure exactly where it's at because I don't see it at the moment. It's got to be like a slight tick too long or something. Is it on? It's on guitar though, I think. Oh, is it here? No, that's fine. That's a slide. Slides can be that long. It's kind of bothering me because I've noticed it twice. And oh, is it? Is it this note? Really? It can't be this note. Why would it be that note? It's not supposed to be there. Whatever. Alright, Slaw. Have a good one. The other Slaw. And let's check trainers out too. For that, I need to plug in a pro bass guitar. That's really funny, but yeah, you cannot. I don't think you can actually check trainers when you're not on a pro guitar. So let me get that one. If you don't have one, I guess just ask someone else to check it for you because, yeah, you're kind of screwed there. You do need to have one of those, at least for this specific part. 1 second. We're going down, gonna beat up the rocks. You're gonna drive, I'll bring them here. It's a late shift, no one to fear. Ride, I'll ride. Luckily, I have one right here. There it is. How does this work? Ride, I'll ride. And ride, you ride. And ride, you ride. And ride, you ride. Oh, fuck. That's fast. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me through. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. What about this one? It works. What about this one? Ah, I missed it by one. What about guitar? Oh, it even says bar. Nice, because the position is right. Oh, I'm like a bit higher than I should be. Oh, that I hit it too far. I did. I moved too fast on this song, apparently. And that's just over here. Oh. Hello? Why is the 11 stuck? There we go. There we go. Holy shit, this song is fast. Yeah? Alright, and what's the next one? I went to 8. Lamau. Did I not hit the 7? I did. think I went to the high E string instead of the B. Again, too fast. It seems right. Yeah, no, like all the little things seem right. Trainer lengths seem right. Let me turn off the help thing though, so I can see where the loop points are. They should be fine though, because I did make sure they were fine. Next one. Okay, next one. Next one. Ah! What is it? Okay, next one. Loop points are fine. I feel like this is a loop of the same thing. It's like this one. So that's two. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. Let's look at this. One is fine, it's the intro. What about this one? Three is this one. Four is fine. It's the transition between the solo and the other part. 5 should be also fine. And I think this is the problematic one. Fine. And again, let's double check Probase just one more time, just to be 100% sure. But it looks fine. Everything looks okay. Just making sure, because we're gonna have to take one of those loops out, or one of those trainers is gonna be taken out. What about this one? A couple of things. Not a huge issue, but I do think there is a bit of a weird thing here with some repeats. 1 second. Some of these trainers are repeated. Like number 1, for example, trainer number 1, which is over here for pro bass. This isn't needed. Well, no, it is needed. My bad. It is needed. This should just be trainer 3. Like, these should be flipped entirely, right? Now guitar, that one will actually have to get a trainer repeated or killed. Which means that this will become 7, otherwise there will be an invalid trainer. I don't think the game likes whenever you do that. I've never had that happen, but I don't really want to check to make sure to see what happens. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh. Almost deleted the main MIDI. Here's a good thing about emulator. The game can still have this running. You can replace the MIDI on the fly like this, and it doesn't care. There it is. Then we can just, you know, move it back up. Although now I think it has screwed something up. What about guitar? I think it's mostly because of my save. I think that's like the big issue here. As to why it looks like this. So this should have 7 now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. Let me double check this to make sure I didn't do anything too strange with this at all. Oh, I did. The trainers overlap, so this should be end 1, start 3. Yes. Okay. Let's try now. This should fix it. Okay. Let's try now. Okay, we have 4. And what's 1? Okay, this should be 1. What about this one? Should be fine. What about this? Ah, this is still not doing it right. I'm putting something wrong here. sorry, I just set it back to what it was before. Okay, right. I think this is it. I think this one is it. Police truck, MIDI. I want to verify this. I think I might have to reboot the game, maybe. Let's see, I guess. Because I am like replacing it while the game is running, which I don't think you're supposed to do that. But you know what? It is what it is. It is that, I think. Let me reboot just to make sure. It doesn't save anything either way. We're in autoplay mode, so yeah. I should have gone to learn a song, but it is what it is. In true expert mode, Lomao. Yeah? And this is the... But why is that? Let's see. I'm gonna redo these trainers just in case. Norm is fine, and it's fine. I don't know why. It might just be some weird issue with this game that I don't know about. Okay, I'm happy with it. What does this mean? It means I can record the preview at this point. Although you don't need to record the preview, it is nice to record the preview. So be nice and record the preview, because you know what? Why wouldn't you record the preview? Don't be a jerk. Record a preview. I'm gonna export a new MIDI track in. Right? Encrypt it, and let's run autoplay. Let me also drop this instrument out. Once again, modifiers. Fucking Tragic Kingdom in the background. Lil Mao. Oh, crash. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? It booted up just fine. Now, why would it crash the game? Is the real question. Don't think I did anything wrong. Policia truck. Oh, okay. Something has gone terribly wrong apparently whenever we were working on this. And I may have broken something. Okay, end song preview. Oh. All I did was change trainers. I can only think of one thing that might have happened. I might have set an event to be a name event. No, text event. Text events? Rare, but it does happen. Every now and then you might, yeah, it's a text event, text event. Text event, text event, text event, text event. Text event. All notes off. Guitar, text event. Uh-huh. I mean, having a bad little thing here won't do anything crazy. It'll just make the trainers not load, I think. What could have broken at that point in time? Oh, don't do that. Solo. Yes. Looks fine to me. Looks good to me. Nothing weird here. There's a police truck MIDI we're missing, though. Let's go look for it really quickly. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Let me merge it one more time and see if it picks up any errors with MAGMA. Kind of strange. It was working just a bit ago, and then it just did not work anymore. And had a heart attack. Why? Heart attack. Oh. That wasn't there before. Five on high E. Yeah, I wonder why now that shows up. It wasn't showing up before. I don't know. Magma moment. I'm just going to say that. Probably a magma moment. What else could it be? Okay. Looks fine. I like how it's feel-good pop rock theme. But yeah, this looks fine. I'm happy with the upgrade. Let's now move over to GitHub. You should have GitHub Desktop installed. Don't worry about the other stuff. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a new branch, because of course we are. Make sure that you have set your repo, your repository settings, to go to contribute to parent directory if you're on GitHub Desktop, which you should be. It's the easiest way to handle this, honestly. So whenever you make a new branch, it'll be using like the main branch. So you don't have anything weird going on. So just make a new branch. Please make a new branch every time, or I will yell at you, or someone else will yell at you. I'm sure someone will. And just name it this. You want to, at some point, modify the MIDI file here. Do we have any dead Kennedys? No, we don't have any dead Kennedys, so... There it is. You want to add in your song title, your artist name, alphabetical please, or we'll yell at you. Standard tuning or any other tuning. There you go. And it shows up here. And now you want to add in the short name. Go in the folder in your GitHub. Add the short name in. And move these in. Once again, check your upgrade.dta file. Make sure it looks good. There it is. But once again, let me record the video preview, which hopefully will work this time and not yell at me. Again, I have no idea why it crashes when it was working just fine earlier. It literally just stopped working out of nowhere. Beady beady. Crossing fingers. Works fine. Hit record.
We're gonna drive one screaming off the street and ride, ride, how we ride. Got a black uniform and a silver badge. Play cops for real and play cops for pay. Let's ride, ride.
That director cut. Ugh. Wish we could edit venues from this MIDI as well.
till you bring your pants. No moonchild got a big black stick. There's 6 of us, babe, so suck a mic and ride, ride how we ride. Let's ride, you ride. The left newspapers like wine up here, but the guys at the station, they don't even dispatch calls. Oh, you're doing something wicked. No, sorry, Jack, we're just giving tickets. Let's ride, ride how we ride. And ride, ride how we ride. And ride, ride how we ride. Let's ride,
Okay, recording's done. I found the issue as well with that note. It's supposed to be a slide note, but it wasn't a slide note. I have now fixed it. It's here. Why was it not a slide note? I don't know. It just needs to have the marker extended, and there it is. Now it's perfect. Now we can just export it as is, solo it. We don't need to solo it, but good habit to have, I guess. Just there we go. And then we're going to put this in our little GitHub thing here. Replace it. And now we're going to go to, you can upload it wherever. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And yeah, but before that, I'm going to do some quick edit here because it does have my audio. And I think it's on channel. I think what's the clean audio on? Because I have a clean audio channel capture. That's not that song. That's a different song. Don't worry about that one. That's not clean audio. That's VoIP audio probably. Channel 6. You want channel 6. Right. So again, this is just for me because I have it set up like this. Channel 6 is the channel we want, and it'll be the default. Everything else will be removed, and then we can lossless cut it, and then we can upload it. I'm not gonna stream that, obviously, because of course, why would I? Go ahead, bring it up here. There it is. It's 153 megabytes. So yeah, again, I can't really show that here. GBE standard. There it is. I mean, I'm gonna put it unlisted, but then I would do it here, and then added police truck. You can do a funny pull request, but you should just have added police truck. Standard. Might as well. There's video preview. And then you commit it. You publish the branch. And then you do preview pull request, right? Although what I would personally do on this instance, every time this happens, I would click on view on GitHub just to have a bit more control over it. I never trust how GitHub handles it sometimes. And then we can just do compare and pull requests. And then you can see right there from head repository, it's coming from the police truck branch of my fork into the main branch of RB3+. Specifically the main one, which is on Hugh's repo. Then you create the pull request. And there you are. And then you show up on Git Tracker. Right there. There you are. Look at that. And then people will approve it. And that's basically it. If you receive any corrections, all you have to do is just update your files here. Make a file, commit it, and then push it. And it'll update here as well. So yeah, nothing too crazy. It's pretty good. I would say don't use the GitHub uploader and just get GitHub desktop. It's just better that way. You have a lot more control over it. Once it's done, you can delete the branch and then you're good. But that's basically it. That is how to do everything. That is how to actually upload everything and how to do a pro guitar, pro bass upgrade from the beginning to the end of the commit process. But that's where I'll end it. Any other sort of thing that I need to bring up, comment or whatever, and I'll bring it up in a different video, but that's basically it. Right, nerds. See you.